On today's wrestling news, John Cena is returning to WWE.
Gable Steveson makes his WWE SmackDown debut.
Got a bunch of injury updates for WWE as well.
And MJF will be in attendance for UFC 282 tonight.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the news time? My name is Phil Chambers and I'm joined by Gareth Morgan and Salty Sea Dog to talk all things wrestling news. But before we get into it, make sure you like the video, comment down below what you think of each of today's stories, subscribe to the channel, links to each story is in the description below, so click the timestamps and off you go. But first up, John Cena. That guy, you might remember him from such programs as WWE. Variety are reporting that he is coming back to WWE on the December 30th episode of SmackDown. No reason why or what he's going to be doing or whether it's just a one-off or what's going to go on, but he's going to be there nonetheless. We've not seen him in bloody ages in WWE TV since back in June when they had the 20th anniversary of his debut celebration thing. And we've not actually seen him wrestle since back in 2021. So yeah, John Cena returning to our wrestling television. Going to be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'm a bit more intrigued about this than what I was coming out of the 20th anniversary thing, because that was I don't know what that was really. It was nice. It was like, oh, you did loads of good stuff. Bye. And it was just like, oh, just not taking advantage of John Cena being in town for one night.
Yeah.
So hopefully there is something put into motion. There's been a lot of reports, obviously, about him potentially being at WrestleMania 39, potentially wrestling alongside The Rock and Austin maybe, or Punk, all these people. It's going to be massive, this WrestleMania, and this feels like the first kind of little domino on the road there. I feel like something's going to be set up. It's the last SmackDown of the year. They don't typically do very well, do they, SmackDowns towards the end of the year, or Raws?
I mean, that might just be the only reason for this, is that they know they won't pop a rating for it. So they're like, yeah, let's chuck John Cena on and let's limit this damage.
Apparently there's going to be a lot more announcements as well, from what I hear from a source.
Yes,
so they're going to stock this SmackDown. I think next week's SmackDown looks pretty heavy as well. So they're going for it. They're going to try and break the slump of crappy December WWE stuff. Hey, who'd have thunk it, eh?
What a world.
Something else that wasn't necessarily announced massively ahead of time, but I think it was in the hours just before last night's SmackDown, was Gable Steveson. Hey? Mm-hmm. He was on the Blue Show, and he was there alongside Kurt Angle because they're pals, because gold medals. Apparently, if you get a gold medal, you're just in a club and you're all best pals.
That's how it works.
I wouldn't know, but he was. I know, I look like a gold medalist, Phil. It's crazy, but they were backstage and they were just wandering around, bumping into people. Braun Strowman did a weird, intense babyface interaction with him, where he was like, "Oh, come to SmackDown, we need you so you can get my hands." It was all very odd, and he was partying backstage, and then Kurt Angle went down to the ring and he was celebrating. He had a cake, and Alpha Academy hadn't been let into the party, so they started running him down. He ran off. He got a milk truck and started blasting him with Gable Steveson. And Gable Steveson was next to Angle, who had the cannon, the pump, and Angle was shooting the milk, and Gable Steveson was pretending to shoot the milk next to him, going, yeah, and it looked a bit odd, not gonna lie, but it's an odd one with Steveson right now, because he was announced as, I think, drafted to Raw last year at some point, and then there's been a lot of uncertainty over what was going on with his future, but a few updates did come, in a report. I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple of weeks back at this point, but there was a report that WWE have been looking to bring him back into storylines now. He's been training at the Performance Center, and the big reason that his training's been pushed back and it's kind of been delayed so much is because he was being treated for Wolff Parkinson White syndrome, which is obviously, I think it's something to do with your heart. So it's really kind of delayed the process, understandably so. You want to get yourself out there before you start getting into this crazy world of wrestling. So that now looks to have been managed, I think, and he's on his way back into getting back into the system, maybe towards WrestleMania, maybe in a match against John Cena. You heard it here first. It's going to happen.
Maybe.
So yeah, loads of crazy stuff there. Triple H also put a tweet out saying, had to bring the milk truck back for this one. Happy birthday, Kurt Angle, because it was Kurt Angle's birthday celebration. That's why they were all there. So it was fun. It is what it is.
It is indeed. Why the hell not recreating the old Attitude Era things of the milk truck and Kurt Angle? Love it. It's always just a little bit of fun. Why the hell not? It's nice to see Kurt Angle back on TV all the time as well. Massive fan of Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
He's absolutely incredible. And anytime you put Kurt Angle and Chad Gable in a room together, I'm just going to be happy with life.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's face it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But next up, WWE injuries. There's quite a lot of them. So, bring the mood down a little bit. So there is one really weirdly coincidental thing where apparently the reason Drew McIntyre wasn't cleared for SmackDown and they changed the Brawling Brutes tag match thing was because Drew McIntyre suffered the exact same injury as Roman Reigns at War Games. They both ruptured their eardrums, which is a little bit weird. Obviously, Roman Reigns' was from a slap by Kevin Owens, which he was not very happy about. But no word as of what the Drew McIntyre one is. But they both suffered ruptured eardrums. The good thing is that they are both going to be recovered pretty quickly and back in action. It's not too serious. So they should both be back soon. But someone else who is a little bit injured or a little bit hurt and working hurt or working while banged up is Sheamus, who, I mean, look at him, look at the way he wrestles. I'm pretty sure his entire life is spent wrestling banged up. Yeah. But he's a bit more banged up than usual recently, which is unfortunate. So I hope Sheamus gets well soon. And Bobby Roode is also out now for up to 15 months because he's getting his neck fused. And we already know about Randy Orton with his lower back fusion. But the good news from all of these injury things is that Cody Rhodes is making a really good recovery and is fully expected to be back for WrestleMania, according to Fightful Select. Apparently he's been filming a little commercial with The Miz recently in LA for WrestleMania. Fully expected to be back on track for WrestleMania. So good to see Cody Rhodes making a good comeback recovery.
Yeah, Cody looks hench as well. He has put on some size. He is looking big, meaty. He's bringing that heavyweight kind of part of the heavyweight championship. He's really bringing that aspect of it, isn't he? It's a bit, I'm getting serious, what was it, 2014 vibes when everyone just got injured. 2014, 15, everyone was just dropped off and then they had to bring in legends and everything else. It all got a bit weird.
Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa's out as well, isn't he? With his hip. I can't remember exactly what that one was.
Riddle's kayfabe out for 6 weeks as well, so that's something. But I think you just look at the talent pool they've got right now. They're not gonna suffer, really, are they, at this point? Because they've still got a lot of people they can use, which is just a testament to the freakish amount of talent that is there right now in WWE. So I wouldn't get too worried. I mean, obviously we want everyone to get back fit and healthy. Like Big E's still there, obviously, with his neck and everything else. Like there's all these big stars. Hopefully at some point in the future we'll come back and make a big old splash. But right now there's a lot of stuff going on. You still got Sami Zayn, you still got KO there, you still got Roman, you got the full gang, right? You've got plenty to get your teeth sunk into. Something else to get your teeth sunk into tonight is looking like is a certain Maxwell Jacob Friedman, the AEW World Champion, is going to be at UFC 282. That is in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the T-Mobile Arena. And if you're wondering why this is happening, this was reported by ESPN's Mark Raimondi. Well, Maxwell and a certain Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, who's a Scouser, he's a UFC fighter. He's very popular, Phil, if you've not heard of Paddy the Baddy. He's got blonde hair, just shakes it around, gets really fat, then loses all his weight just before a fight. Is what it is, really. That's kind of the selling point.
Spots.
See, I think you'd like Maxwell here in this situation because they've been arguing because Paddy the Baddy calls wrestling fake, Phil, all right? He was calling it fake. And then Maxwell got really brassed off, understandable, because this is not fake. This is as real can get, my friends. And he said, I'm going to show you how real it is, now how real I am when AEW comes to London. And then Paddy, I think before this, Paddy was like, come to the UFC and I'll fight you. And then it all kind of he literally rad. It was crazy.
Just like that, yeah.
Yeah, just like that. And then MJF went to ESPN and said, I might just pop up to, T-Mobile Arena and then see what goes down there. And that was a couple of weeks back. Now it's been confirmed that he is going to be there. And then Maxwell went on Twitter and he was like, see you in Vegas, Paddy. He'd also called him a pound, I think it was a dollar store Conor McGregor. That's what MJF had called Maxwell. And they've just been bickering, really. And now it all feels kind of formulated, doesn't it? It's one of them. It feels very kind of presented. Initially, I just thought, great, two kind of famous faces in the world of combat sports are just having a bicker. This is fun. And now this has kind of picked up steam a little bit. I'm like, it's going to get very Daniel Cormier, Brock Lesnar in the middle of the octagon pushing each other, isn't it? I've got a bad feeling.
promotional.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. If anybody can pull this off, I believe in Maxwell. He's a bloody genius. But I got, as Han Solo would say, I got a bad feeling about this.
Exactly, yeah, like you say, if anyone can pull it off, it's MJF. So yeah, wait and see what happens. I guess I'm sure he'll make it entertaining, whatever it is. He's a very entertaining guy, but he's taking this being the world champion thing seriously. And getting the AEW brand out there. Which,
big time.
I mean, well played, sir. I hope it works. But that's it. Quick news video for today. Let's move over to ending the video. How do we end videos? We follow on each other on Twitter. That's what we do. That's what we do. You can follow us over on Twitter. You can follow me at Phil My Chambers, and you can follow Gareth
at GMorgan04. Where am I?
And you can follow all of us at WhatCulture WWE. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think of all of the stories down in the comments section below. And ups and downs for AEW Rampage and SmackDown are coming, so watch out for those. But most importantly, have yourselves a bloody good day.